just think you can flap your yap. No cap, yo, we looking at the facts and stats. Second city gritty to across the map. Put your cleats on your feet while we run some laps. Buckle up your seat while we have some chats. Who the GOAT on the court, pictures and running backs. Plug in your jacks and you're whipping your phone. Shalom, let's get it on, just a set in the tone.
All right, y'all. I'm about to start the Setting the Tone podcast, and I got a guest on today. I got my guy Garrick Phillips. We go way, way, way back, and we about to chop it up on this season opener for the Chicago Bulls. You know, the home squad. Yeah.
Going to the Super Bowl.
Hey, man. You were saying you don't want to bet on them?
Man, I'm over. I'm over, man. I'm making easy bets, but I'm always betting for my squad. Like, I can't help but put the money on my team.
I feel
Bulls
you.
was like 8 points underdogs tonight. If I'd have put the money on them, man, come on, man.
Yeah, I feel you. They would. You saying they would have lost because you would have jinxed?
They'd have lost because I put the money on them. I'm making simple bets. I bet, okay, well, you know, Justin Fields gonna run a touchdown.
Right.
Man, he gets sacked 9 times. Man, okay, he can at least put up 200 yards. He put up 200. I put up 200 and a Bears win.
Yeah.
So he win, we good. Can't do it. I'm looking at this and see, I only put up money every 2 weeks, right?
Okay.
But I always put it all on the Bears, man. It's like it don't spread. That first deposit is going straight towards Sunday football.
I feel you, man. I feel you. Whenever I bet, I bet on the Bears, and I lose my money.
It's gone. It's like a straight donation, and it's like right there. My man get the ball stripped from him. We can't score on 5 possessions in the red zone, just one score. If we go up 7, I win.
Right.
We got 4 chances to go up just 7.
We bet with our hearts, man.
I can't help it, man, because I'm Chicago. That's why I like what I'm seeing about these Bulls, because last year, fam, like they showed glimpses last year that they legit.
Yeah, they did.
Like, you know, they was gelling away from putting it all together. But they got a complete team. Like, they know it's going through DeMar. I don't know what's really going on with Zach, but Zach don't have that killer instinct in fourth quarter that Lamar has.
Right. And you know what? As long as DeMar is on the court, that's okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, man, you get what Zach give you because he can score. But you get a sense of like, man, you lay back and you chill and you watch the fourth quarter. Like my man, DeMar is, man, he California strong.
Hey, that boy, the truth. He picked up where he left off last year.
Right up where he left off. Like, man, I ain't felt comfortable in the turnaround or mid-shot game since MJ, for real.
Right.
Even Kobe's was suspect. Lamar is,
I ain't gonna say Kobe's was suspect, but Kobe wasn't a Bull, so I
ain't taking nothing away from Kobe. But like Mike invented that. So Kobe came right back with it. Mm-hmm. But you know, you didn't get that same like, oh, that's money.
Yeah,
that's money.
DeMar shit is money.
DeMar shit is money. Like you got no business questioning his shot.
I think he shot over 50% tonight on the first night, you know that.
First night, 35 over 50.
Yeah.
He started the first quarter slow. So you get that. And Vooch seems to be okay with being a consistent 10 and 10, regardless if that point 10 is at the 20. Like he cool with 15 and 17.
Yeah. And what I saw from Vooch tonight was he played some really good defense.
Vooch can play defense, man. Speak about it. Tell me about what you saw so I can see if you saw what I saw.
So I saw him moving his feet. He wasn't just, standing there. He was moving his feet, trying to get at the ball, trying to get at his guy. He was he wasn't playing like, I'm too slow or whatever, and he got 3 blocks, I think. And he
at least 3.
And he terrorized them on the boards.
Here's what I see is he got like a 4 to 5 foot range.
Yeah.
Anything within that, he makes his body available. This is what I'm missing from Patrick Williams.
Okay.
Is if he could just control that 5 foot radius, he dangerous. He gives up, man. He way too big of a player.
Yeah.
To not watch what Vooch is doing, not watch what, the hustle guys are doing, even, the rookie, Terry. Like the energy, like if he gave energy, man, you talk about give no fucks. Can you cuss on this podcast?
Yeah, you good.
Because this dude gives no motherfucks.
Hey, the thing about Patrick Williams that pisses me off, man, is he don't have that dog, he don't have that hustle.
That's what I'm saying.
He just want to play it like he just there in the
like
middle of it.
Like like he just, you need it. Like you remember back in the day when you had 9 players?
Yeah. And
so that last little motherfucker come on the
All right, come on, man. We ain't gonna get man. Come on.
Come on, man. And every now and again he make a shot and everybody like, oh shit, look a little Peter Bistro.
Right.
That's the way people be treating this nigga. And he's supposed to be
I need him to be aggressive. He got talent.
Aggressive. Be Dallas Taylor. I mean, whatever his name is. But if he shows that aggressive, man, he takes it to that next level. But if he just gonna be that 10th player that just walked on the court and this nigga is still in his diapers, we just needed a 10th motherfucker to make it work.
Right.
That's him, but he gaining too many minutes in that process.
Right.
Like now, you giving him chunks of minutes.
Yeah. We were talking in the chat, and I agree with you when you say he need to earn his minutes because the Bulls giving him the minutes just because he was a number 4 draft pick.
Exactly.
He was a number 4 draft pick your rookie year. Now you gotta earn everything, bro.
Hey, you watched the preseason like I watched the preseason.
Yeah.
Green came on the court. And Green took his minutes. He took his minutes. Now I can understand from a coach's standpoint because I'm a seasoned football coach and an avid basketball player myself.
Okay.
I can understand the coach saying, you know what, we need Green with that second unit because that second unit is hurt.
But
so we're gonna let him play, but we're gonna have to snatch him out. We can't get behind every game like we did tonight.
Right. That was one thing that I liked about us, that we got behind in the first quarter. Miami took it to us, but we stayed poised. And by the end of the second quarter, going into halftime, it was a tie game. The Bulls fought.
They fought. But they fought without that help from him. Man, Drolic and that's Drummond, man, the Bulls front office, bruh. We stole DeRozan last year.
Yeah.
I think we did it again this year.
Hey, Drummond surprised me with his free throw shooting. He went 4 for 4 from the line. You know that boy shoot less than 50%.
47% is what he shoots.
I'm like, what they got into him?
What got into him is he got around a group of guys that's positive thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And he everything about him, and man, my man is only 29 years old, right?
Right.
So we looking at him like, we got some 35-year-old guy. This guy is salvageable.
Yeah. He's
meaning, man, the Bulls might, after this year, might want to say, like, what? Man, can we get you for another 3 years if we throw in, $20 million on that?
Yeah.
Dude looks like he want to learn to be part of the system.
Right.
Same thing Patrick Ewing P. Will should be looking at is like, man, let me get like him.
Yeah.
P. Will thirsty, improve it.
Back to what you was talking about earlier with Drummond in the second unit. I honestly think, well, you said with Green in the second unit. I actually honestly think Green won the starting position, and P. Will should be with the second unit. And by him being in the second unit, he has that chance to be the man with the second unit. But he has to take advantage of that. He has the chance because the ball could be in his hands with the second unit. Like he could be the go-to guy because there's, it's a lot of scores in the first unit. Not a whole bunch of them in the second. He can roll with the second unit and actually beat a man if he plays aggressive. It don't matter if he's with the first or second unit if he ain't aggressive. But I think he could be more aggressive in the second unit because he don't have those guys, those leaders over him.
I think I felt that in that last preseason game where, and I feel that in the summer league, when it's going through him, he gets you to 22, 8, 4. So that's why I was surprised that they didn't build on that off that last game and just sit him down and say, hey, you know what? Kobe, P. Will, y'all got the second unit with Zach. You know what I'm saying? Because what Coach do is he never leaves a moment where Zach or
DeMar
DeRozan is not on the court.
Right. He got to stagger them because they both can get off by
he staggered them, so they always going to have, unless the coach starts to feel comfortable that he can rest both of them at the same time, which I think is where he's trying to get to, is, okay, if I could rest them, if y'all could do y'all job, I could rest them together, bring them back together, you two should be able to handle that second unit.
Right.
I don't think he needs to start. I think him and Kobe need to be in the gym working on that 1-2 game with Drummond, saying, okay, us three in with Dragic?
Yeah.
Dragic. Man, building that camaraderie, like, man, with Caruso, come on, man, get the fuck out of my face. Like, these niggas ain't got no reason to, like, put this shit together.
Boy, get it together. Hey, I think the coach, Donovan, too nice of a guy, man. He needs to go ahead.
He borderline, bro.
He got to get a little mean streak, a little toughness. Like, look, you ain't doing it. You ain't happening right now. Come on, sit with these guys. He rewarding that boy.
He cuddling them, and it's like whatever regime is left from that Garpax has this shadow over P. Will and Kobe that they need to let go and just let this man put his foot up their ass. Kobe came around, doing parts of the game. Yeah. And I like dude, and I think it'd be a shame if we let him go for nothing. Dude could be a legitimate, Ben Gordon type character. Yeah, I think he needs to have like a little bit of Tom Thibodeau in him. Like if he because nice guys you don't want to see mad, right?
Right.
It's like you take yourself to another level. You like, man, coach, mad, man. We out here bullshit. And you start to turn things around. He not at that level where he know his players well enough to know you're about some bullshit.
Right.
And if I'm honest with you here, bro, that's the difference between the Bulls being elite and not. Because I can't see none but talent when you look. Now, we ain't gonna shoot it like the Warriors. We ain't got the names like the Nets or the big men like Philadelphia or Milwaukee. But I can't see another team 10 stronger than the Bulls.
Right. We pretty deep.
You can see it, man. Take a minute and you tell me about who you see 10 stronger than the Bulls.
I mean, the Warriors can go probably 10 deep.
They go 7.
Nah,
everybody on the floor ain't that deep.
I hear what
they
you're
go 7.
I'm trying to think.
But they can shoot, so they make up for it and make it look like they bring in a crowd. They like the Trojan horse of the league. You know what I mean?
Feel you. Yeah.
It's only like 4-ish, 5 that's getting it done. They just got this mental persona on the league that it's 20 million of them when it's only 1,000.
Right, for sure. Man, so what's up with Zach, man? He had the surgery early in the offseason. He rehabbed. He played in the preseason. Said he felt great. His legs were back. He just missed game 1. I don't understand.
You watched the preseason, right?
Yeah.
I could see him. I felt iffy in the preseason that something might be wrong with him.
Okay.
The plays didn't run as hard through him during the preseason. Then he came out. Well, we had 4 preseason games. He didn't play the end of the 3rd preseason game.
Right.
The second half. Then he didn't play the final.
Right.
I was nervous at his like being active in those first 2. Then when he didn't come out at halftime, I'm like, okay. But I also know that he had the leg surgery, knee surgery. So, monitor him. For them to wait to game day to make a game day decision, I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I know the Bulls, they always secretive because that's Chicago in itself. They hold shit to the last minute.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that worries me is that like they hold information.
They sneaky, man. They sneaky.
They sneaky about it. So, let us know what it is because some of us drafting this nigga in our drafts and we making these FanDuel goddamn bets. And this motherfucker ain't got no intention on playing until December.
Right. Messing up our parlays and everything.
I ain't got no money to be wasted. So,
and we already missing my boy Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo, right. So, and they did the same thing. Like when they get an injury, they prolong the announcements of, what's really going on and everything is okay day by day. He's looking good. And
why don't they just come with it? Yeah.
It's a month away. And this is, man, we went through preseason, but I didn't feel comfortable with him in preseason. Like he wasn't gritty out there. He was just floating around like he was getting loose. Like you could physically see him trying to get loose.
So basically what you're saying is we won't have Zach at full strength until January.
I think that's the way it's going to go. Like once they set this in motion, he's going to get more rest up front than you probably would imagine going into the season. Like they sold it like he back to strength. You just hoping that he don't re-injure. But now that they didn't put this out there, it's kind of like they saying he probably gonna be hit and miss until, December, January.
Yeah. No back-to-back, probably not.
No back, right. Back-to-back is gonna be. You can look at the schedule and you can see anything that's got 4 to 5 games in that 7-day span. He probably gonna get a rest in between that.
3 and 4 of them.
Somewhere.
Yeah, I feel that too. And then with that happening, Lonzo, we don't even know the timetable of him, but everybody's speculating January as well,
Can I be honest with you?
Go ahead, break it down.
I think Io is in position to make Lonzo irrelevant.
Man, what you just said.
Lonzo put up 7 3-pointers a game, make 3 to 4. His defense is about a system. Ain't nothing he doing that Io can't do. If you look at Io's stats tonight, you can go back to every game that Lonzo played. And if you erase both names, you wouldn't even know Lonzo was missing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Io
I feel
could take that job.
But we can have 2 of them. But I feel what you're saying. He's in position. He put himself in position by having a great rookie year, although he hit the wall towards the end because it was just too many games. And then in the off season, he prepared his body for 82-game season. And now he came into game 1, although it's game 1, he looks sharp. He looks fast. He looks strong. He looked mentally prepared,
And check this out. He driving to the basket more than Lonzo ever did. Yeah. Lonzo, as a point guard, I mean, look at the numbers. What he had, 17, 4, and 5 or something like that. Yeah. Tonight, Lonzo averaged how many, bro? That's above Lonzo or at Lonzo pace. Lonzo got a name. And his strength on defense, like you said, is probably the difference of getting in the gym, bulking up, not letting nobody run past you and having that beyond that rookie, insecurity. Yeah, it's nice to have both of them. I don't think both of them gonna work. And I really don't think Lonzo gonna come back with that same type of level of play given that Ayo is consistently producing.
Yeah, I think Lonzo is damaged goods. He might not ever reach that level again because they would say he couldn't even bend his leg, and they said the surgery might have corrected that, but we're gonna see. But he's very damaged, man. That same knee been worked on 3 times, I think.
Same knee, and at the same time that he's rehabbing, guess who's playing?
Right, getting experience, getting better,
getting experience, getting wet. Like you can't, man. What do you do with that? It's not like Lonzo is Jordan,
right?
Where hey, niggas sit on a bench, don't give a fuck.
Right, when he comes back, you got to sit your butt down.
Point games you had. That's Michael Jordan. Lonzo ain't got that status.
Right.
So what happens when Lonzo is better and you see Ayo averaging between 12 and 16, 4 and 5, 6 and 7? Because he was in position for a lot more rebounds. I'm surprised that I thought he was headed to a triple-double. Several times I saw him get back-to-back rebounds.
Yeah.
So he's got a feel to get to the rim to get the rebound. So if he averaging those numbers, how do you give Lonzo Ball back to ball? Other than okay, we paid him all this money.
Right. You got to bring him off the bench, which is going to shorten the minutes of Dragic and Caruso.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also bringing him off the bench, how much you gonna mess up the locker room with his father? All those things seem, what I do for a living, I gotta consider everything.
I wouldn't even consider that if I'm the Bulls coach or management. His daddy ain't on the team. He ain't on the team. I don't care.
You still gotta consider it because he's a vocal factor in the mental of his son.
Right.
So his son coming in pissed. Is he pissed at us, or is he pissed at his dad, or is he pissed because Ayo is, not losing his job?
He gotta be pissed at himself.
How do you take Ayo out if he averages over 15? If he averages over 15, 4 and 4, how do you take him out?
He can't be pissed at himself either. But he can't be pissed at nobody for Ayo doing his job. Ayo came in and said, you know what? I got to take the reins of the team and do my job. Can't be mad at that man for that. He can't be even mad at himself because injuries happen. But what he's going to have to do is accept that reduced role or outplay Ayo, which I don't know if he could do that right now.
I don't think he could. I mean, his skill set, remember, he was developing when he got hurt. He wasn't establishing. He was building on success, right?
Right.
It was a career year for him, right?
Right.
It wasn't like, okay, he's an established
all-star,
prolific scorer. I mean, I heard them announce several times, well, we're missing his 3-point shooting. The nigga just started shooting 3-pointers and making like we was blown away that he was making them motherfuckers. It's like, oh shit, he made another one. It ain't like he's Thomas or Wiggins or like he not that type of shooter. He was becoming that. So now he gotta, you tell me what's the magic number Ayo has to hit in order to stop Lonzo from immediately stepping in and taking his job back.
He's gonna have to average.
What's that magic stat number Ayo needs to hit? Talk to Ayo. Tell him what he needs to do.
12 to 15 points
to secure his job.
12 to 15 points, 6 assists.
6 assists.
And about a steal and a half to 2 steals.
I could dig that, and I thought the assist numbers. I thought it, man. I'm watching this game, and I thought his stat line was better, but maybe it was that third pass that I was looking at, like hockey. You get that assist when you set up that that next pass. But he was getting that ball moved. But I think 6 or 7 assists is probably the most magical number he could aim for.
I don't know if he can get 7 assists. I don't know if he's that kind of guard yet. But maybe 5 or 6, he could average that.
If he don't get it, that means P. Will is not gonna make it. That means that Vooch is not getting involved. When I say that number 6 or 7, I mean it like, yeah, you could throw the ball to DeRozan 3 times and probably get 3 assists. Real talk.
Right.
But if the game plan gonna work, you got to work those guys into the system.
But those guys got to run because Ayo run.
That's what I mean, all of that has to play into factors. So that takes him as a floor general. As he coming up the court, you got to move those guys into position.
Right.
It ain't like, okay, you just gonna magically have open people that you can throw it to. When I say let's say that magical 2 to 3 assists, he need more. It's gonna have to be from him orchestrating it.
Okay.
Which sets him on that level. Ain't gonna come magical. Ain't gonna come because the coach said, okay, B12 right post, dump. It's gonna be because you saw something and you move those guys into position and shove that ball. That's gonna be his difference.
That's just gonna come with experience seeing the court like that.
He's gonna have to see it like that because Lonzo could come back and get you 12, 15. Lonzo will come back, get you 4 assists.
I know that's one of Lonzo's.
Get you one or two more steals than what you got.
Right. I know that's one of Lonzo's strengths, seeing the court as things play out, even before it plays out. When I was watching him last year, before he went down, he knew where they were going to be before they got there. He just saw the court like that. And I don't know if Ayo is there yet, but he's going to have to get there.
I could agree. I could agree with that wholeheartedly. Like,
because that's what made Lonzo different. Yeah, that's what made Lonzo different. He saw the stuff before it even happened. You know what I'm saying? That's what made him different in the Bulls starting unit. When he went down, we missed that. We missed that when he went down. Yeah, his anticipation.
But let's go back to what you said earlier: is would he be better with that second unit? With that, if you think about Ayo in that first unit and it being more defined, that second unit seems to be a little more scattered. But I don't even want to talk bad about it because I'm seeing a second unit that's pretty good.
Hey, if you put Lonzo and Patrick Williams in the second unit with Kobe and Drummond,
I'm seeing a 15 and 65 win team.
Right,
but
they a good second unit, man. Yeah,
they can still put up some power against another second unit. You know what I mean?
Right. They can be as good or even better than most second units.
Second unit, you missing that, and you put Drolic at. I know I'm chopping his name up, but as that pure 3-point shooter, right? Like, man, you got everything you need. You're gonna slow the game down, and Drummond, man, I'm yet to figure out how good this dude is. Because you see his body, you think, okay, they talk about him like he's just a dumb rebounder. Like, this dude is a baller, bro.
Hey, I'm going to be honest. When we picked him up in the offseason, I didn't like the move. I didn't like the move because I seen Drummond, and I don't respect his basketball IQ. I know he's a great rebounder, outstanding rebounder. And he looked good in game 1. He looked good in the preseason. I need to see him consistently play well with others. No, not
now. I'll give you that. And I'm gonna give it to you because I didn't see him kick the ball back out.
Right,
or see that cutting guy on that third option. It gets to him, and he's gonna try to make his finishing move.
Right.
So I'm gonna watch for that from this point on to see.
That's what I was about to say. I need to see him make that pass when they double him or trap the ball, whatever. I need to see him go ahead and pass it out to the 3-point shooter or the cutting man. I need to see him make that move instead of trying to force everything because we know he's not a good free throw shooter. So he's going to get fouled.
Right. So prevent from getting the foul. We don't need you to get fouled. We need you to find that third person because you're going to get triple team once you this deep into the mix.
And they're going to foul you. Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to watch that, and I'm going to watch to see how the coach mature him because that's coaching at that point, right?
Right.
Like the coach should be in his ear. Nigga, don't you ever or never again. Ever or never again.
When that second man come down on you, somebody open.
Somebody open, and you need to feel that person open. Everybody else stick to your routes, because this nigga ain't that smart.
Don't try to force it, Drummond. Don't try to force
it, nigga. I need you to see somebody on your left and throw it left. That's all I need.
Facts.
Don't think he cutting because the motherfucker ain't gonna cut. I need you to feel that nigga on your right and throw it right.
Facts.
But I think, man, you got something there. I like that, you know, and maybe Vooch could help him with that because Vooch can pass.
Yeah, and maybe he's watching Vooch in practice, you know.
And that's what I'm getting to. Like, maybe some click to him that, okay, this makes sense. So when people come to my right, there's somebody to my right open. Like, man, you don't know how slow can be until you talk to a motherfucker. like Tony, maybe shit. This nigga just didn't know.
Right.
And so now he's sitting there with the chalk in his hand like, oh, shit.
When they in practice and they scrimmaging, coach be like, hey, man, what you supposed to do right there? I don't know, coach.
You don't know. You don't know, man. Somebody needs to break it down and be like, nigga. So you got somebody on your left, somebody touch you on your right. Guess what that means? Somebody over there just throw the motherfucker over your head. Throw the motherfucker over your head. Have a throw the motherfucker over your head drill. And just, man, bring him to speed. You got something there, man, for real. Because that is what I do not see him even, like it's missing out of his brain.
Yeah. Now,
like he goes to attack, and he's a big dude. But yeah, he do need to feel that and kick that motherfucker out.
Yes,
and not get to the free throw line because you ain't gonna be 4 for 4 every night.
Nah.
This is probably the last night. This nigga just blew the last 4 for
4. Hey, he caught something. He caught something magical for the night. That's cool. We got 81 more games. Pace yourself, brother. Pace yourself.
That's what we're gonna have to do, man. It was a good game, a good night, and you know we don't get that respect we need. As far as big, like, man, they talk about the Bulls like, man, they playoff, play-in type of, but man, the Bulls from 1 to 12, I think we better than that.
They playing us, dog, but they played us last season too.
They played us last season, and I hate that we got injured to the point where we had to play into what they were saying.
But we
was easily top 3.
We outplayed what they thought about us. We outplayed what they thought about us, but we didn't play to the level of what we could have been because of the injuries and COVID and stuff like that.
I think we're going to outplay that this year, man. So, you know, let's keep this conversation going, man.
Hey, man, it was great chopping it up with you, man. I appreciate you jumping on in the last minute with me, man, and catching this Bulls game and talking it out for game 1. We can do this again, you know. Moving forward, Bulls games, Bears games, whatever games, really.
Definitely, man. Let's see what we measure tonight versus, you know what I'm saying, as the season go on, let's revisit where they are versus where we thought they was gonna be and where they look like they're gonna go. Hopefully by that time we see Zach, and I'm gonna tell you right now, we talk about P. Will. This nigga Zach got some room to step up too.
Yeah.
If he step up to, you know, 85, 90% of DeMar level, the league can fucking forget about it. It's a wrap.
Hey, he needs to have in his mind, this is my team, Zach. I mean, my team, DeMar.
You know go at it. Go at it. Go at it with DeMar, because DeMar ain't going to do shit, but go at it back with his ass.
Exactly.
So
Zach just got the new contract. He needs to be like, it's my team.
Let's make that our measuring stick. Fuck P. Will, fuck all the rest of them. We're going to put it on Zach. This nigga needs to come show up and show out. Yeah. But it's been good, bro, man. It's been good, man.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming on, man. I'll talk to you.
All right, bro.
Bulls Nation.
Bulls Nation.